President-elect Donald Trump is reportedly planning to implement a sweeping executive order on January 20th, 2025, to prohibit transgender individuals from serving in the U.S. Armed Forces. The ban could medically discharge an estimated 15,000 active personnel and prevent transgender recruits from enlisting.
All too often, I hear leaders talk about providing everyone with dignity and respect like it's an aspirational goal. That's not good enough. Dignity and respect is the bare minimum. It's the floor of where we can be. We must set our sights higher and focus on intentional inclusivity because there are still far too many people out there, not just LGBTQ individuals, that feel marginalized, shut out, or discriminated against. So for all of you out there, I ask you to set out your symbols of pride, share your pronouns in your email, particularly if you're a person who doesn't think they need to. Initiate difficult conversations about racial and gender barriers and share a bit of your vulnerability in a way that draws others in. You all have the power to take intentionally inclusive actions to ensure the multiple perspectives that we know make us stronger as we devise winning warfighting strategies get heard.
This perspective policy marks a return to Trump's earlier administration stance, when transgender individuals were barred from enlisting but those already serving could remain. President Joe Biden had rescinded that policy in 2021. According to the Pentagon, 2,200 service members were diagnosed with gender dysphoria as of 2021, but comprehensive data remains elusive due to privacy protections. Pete Hegseth, Trump's nominee for Defense Secretary, has advocated for the policy, citing the financial burden of providing gender dysphoria treatment and related surgeries. Hegseth described such procedures as extravagances the Pentagon cannot afford amid current defense priorities. Critics of the proposed ban, including transgender Navy analyst Paulo Batista, warned of its consequences on military readiness. Removing 15,000 personnel creates leadership voids across ranks, from junior enlisted to high-ranking officers, Batista argued. This impacts the entire fleet and battalion operations. Hegseth and other Republican leaders attribute declining recruitment numbers to wokeness in military policies, emphasizing a perceived shift away from traditional defense priorities toward diversity and inclusion efforts. However, Trump spokesperson Caroline Leavitt denied that any final decision has been made, stating, "No policy should be deemed official unless announced directly by the president or authorized spokespeople." The debate over inclusivity versus readiness continues to divide military leadership and policymakers, with implications for both the armed forces operations and broader societal attitudes toward LGBTQ+ service members.